Hello Virgo, this is a reading for a large number of people. So if you find that it is not resonating with you, it just means they're not your messages. That's okay. Go on ahead and listen to your moon or your rising sign. If you don't know what your moon or your rising sign is, Google does. Go into Google, type that you'd like your birth chart. There are a lot of web pages that will get that for you for free. Then you'll know what your moon, your rising, and you'll know a whole bunch of stuff you never even knew you wanted to know for free. So go ahead and do that. So these first three cards, this is the situation for you. You know what's going on. You have the Hanged Man, the Six of Pentacles, Judgment, and at the bottom it says Angel of the Past. Now, all decks have different meanings. This deck, obviously you're stuck, you're trapped, you're like paralyzed. Paralyzed, uncle, but there's this, sunlight in the future. It's like beaming down on this flower. So you've been sacrificing a lot. You've been waiting. You're waiting. You want a new future, a new beginning. For most of you, this is a new future in love. You've gone through a lot of difficult, trying times with regard to love. You've been doing a lot of inner searching, trying to determine, what is your vision? What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? You have done a lot of that reflection, and you've been doing it because of a number of trials. They're saying trials and errors that you've had. So it could be trials and errors in love. Could be trials and errors of generosity, because you can see this man here. He's very generously giving to these two young children. So for some of you, you have come to this realization that you have been giving to the wrong person or the wrong people. You have come to this realization now, after doing some reflection, that it wasn't the best decision for you. You should have made a better decision. You had been, and investing is not just money. Some of you, in fact, it was money, but others of you, you were giving of your time, you were giving of your efforts. And you realize that you were investing it with wrong person, wrong people. And you have now come to this realization. You now regret doing that. Because the Judgment card, that's, renewal, guilt, decisions, second chances, looking back at things with regret. You now regret these decisions. They're saying for some of you, you're looking at like mistakes. You made this mistake. So if it was love, you chose the wrong person. You invested in the wrong person. And you regret that now. You feel guilt over things that transpired with someone in the past. Because if you look, here's these two dolphins. And dolphins mate for life. And Judgment, if you can see, she's blowing this horn. She's not facing the past. The dolphins are not facing the past. They're all facing the future. However, it is the angel of the past. So most of you are wanting to move into the future with someone from your past. In order to do that, there are some communications, because her dress is blue, and blue is all about the throat chakra, communications. In addition, she's blowing a horn. There is something that you need to communicate with someone from the past in order to move to the future. Now, these waters are turbulent. So for a number of you, there is guilt, there's shame, there's turbulent emotions. So you have imprisonment, the mature man, and the privileged lady. So in fact, you have been trapped in a relationship with the wrong person, because his partner is the mature woman. Her partner is the wealthy man. They're not a couple. They're not meant to be a couple. They're not meant for each other. But you have felt stuck and imprisoned in this partnership that you have now come to the realization that, okay, they're not the right one. We're not on the same level. You see, he's dressed in all his finery. He's in the court. And they're tattered. They've got dirty feet. They don't have shoes on. So you've realized that they're not your equal. They're not the right partner. And you're like, how the heck did I get myself shackled to this? It's something that you were working on for quite some time. You've got the toil and labor. So this was a relationship that, it wasn't meant to be. You're not a paired couple. You're not a meant to be couple, but you just kept trying. You kept working on it. You kept giving it your all. But you have decided, you've got the card change. You've now decided to change. You've decided to move. So for most of you, it is in fact about love. You see this man, he's taking all of his belongings out into his car to move away. to move into a new home, a new relationship, a new partnership that will in fact bring you happiness, fulfillment, joy, luck. For some of you, also financial abundance. So in fact, there were money issues, financial issues, but this new path is blessed for you. It will be the light at the end of the tunnel, and it will bring you happiness. It will actually bring you love. It will bring you the fulfillment. But you've come to that realization. Because I was asking them, give me some clarification as to what this is about. To make sure I wasn't telling you it was love and I was having something else totally different. So it is love. So we are on the right path. But you have come to this point where you feel bad about the past decisions, giving to the wrong person. You want to move in the future. You want a second chance with someone from the past. You are, however, riddled with guilt for some things of the past. Now, what has brought you to this point of coming to this realization? You have the Knight of Chalices and the Devil. And at the bottom of the Devil, it says Angel of Freedom. So the Knight of Cups, messenger of love, seduction, passion, an invitation, an opportunity, a chance to fall in love with someone. Because the Knight, he just rushes in. He's not the king. He's not mature enough for love, but he will jump in and give it a shot. He would be known as the Jack of Hearts. Loves him lots of ladies, but isn't in it to win it. Isn't committed. But, he'll give it a good shot. He'll give it a go. You got the Devil card. Bondage, addictions, fears, temptation, lust. So this relationship that you have been in or had been in, they're saying for most of you, you just ended it, or you're in the process of ending it. But this is a relationship that you just jumped in haphazardly. You just thought, okay, it seems fun. I won't be alone. Maybe some of you were seduced. They were seduced. There was lots of sexual kinkery, seduction, lust, but it wasn't built on a solid foundation. And you jumped into it real fast. So built on a faulty foundation. You jumped in, you thought, I'll give it a shot, I'll give it a go. And then you were in it, and very quickly you were feeling trapped. Because you see, he's got these chains, and you've got these dark creatures. So some of you felt like you were chained to the devil. You felt trapped, you felt stuck. But that was something just in your head. Because you've recently come to the realization that you're not trapped. Because look, he's taking this chain off the neck of this creature. And the creature's just lifting its head up and allowing him to take the chain off. The creature's not fighting him, not trying to bite him. There's no chains. The dark creature is not chained to his ankles. Dark creature's not chained to his neck. Dark creature's just sitting there. And the other one's just sitting there calm too, just allowing him to remove the chains. So you thought you were trapped. You believed yourself to be trapped. But you realize that you're not trapped. And this is a realization that you have recently come to. You've come to the realization that this affair, this relationship, went nowhere. And now you desire freedom. You want to be free from it. And you've made the decision, the call, the judgment call, to move forward in a new direction. But for most of you, it is not a new direction with just like a total new love. It's someone from your past. Because again, the judgment it's the angel of the past. Now, as far as what your hopes or fears are, you have the Three of Swords, which in this deck, this is the Keepers of Darkness. So it can be very painful, hurtful emotions. It can be repeated errors. You've got the Eight of Pentacles, a dedication. You have had, when you look back at your love experiences, you have had self-destructive patterns in love. Now, when you look at things and why we do things in life, typically it's because something has not been healed in us. So, if somebody's complaining that, oh my gosh, I'm always attracting people that are non-committal. They just don't want to be in relationships. Well, when they look deep down, they have, maybe they have a deep-seated fear of abandonment. So at a soul level, because they are terrified of being abandoned, they do not attract people who are healed, who are whole, who want to commit to them, because they don't really want a commitment. So that's what they're attracting. So because you didn't want things, because you really just wanted fun relationships and you didn't want those things, for some of you this was a pattern of yours. And you have healed, you've come to this realization. Now that you are ready and wanting to move into the future with someone who you now know is your partner, your other half, who you know you can really give it a go with, you are fearful, however, that you will repeat the same mistakes that you have had in the past with someone else or with other people, these painful cycles that you have gone through. Because you've come to the point, because this dedication card, this is also education, learning. You have learned a lot. You have grown, you've developed. You're like, I don't want that anymore. But what if it's the same thing I've gone through in the past? You are fearful of that. Because for a number of you, when you move into this direction, you communicate with this person, things will in fact move very rapidly, as they have moved with you and partners in the past. You all are known for jumping into stuff real fast and jumping in, because let's just try it out and see if it sticks. If not, we'll have a good time. But this time you're in it to win it. And you're so fearful of, okay, well, what if I jump? Because I feel they're the one. But what if I jump and communicate and share these things, and it just ends up with heartache and heartbreak, and it just ends up like the other ones did. Or it ends up like the other ones where, I get like 6 months into it and I'm asking, man, what happened? What went wrong here? They're asking that you trust. You need to trust the signs that they're giving you. Some of you, they're showing me their dreams. They keep giving you messages in your dreams. Okay. Now, okay, they want me to look at some cards in the bottoms of the decks. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's your outcome. And those are recommendations, and bottoms of the deck. Okay. So, these are recommendations. But you've got trust, taking that leap of faith. They're recommending trust, take the leap of faith, do the communications. Pop the bubble. It's not gonna be that bad. But these communications, these things that you communicate, again, this clown, he's blowing the horn. Maybe some of you feel like a clown, like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? But when you blow that horn, when you communicate, when you share those things, that's what's going to start some new beginning for you. Some of you, it's tied to the new moon. Those communications are what's going to break down the wall, break through things. It's going to cause you to be set up for this new beginning. But to have that, to break through, it does require you trusting the divine guidance that you're receiving and having the courage to speak. Because just like that hanged man, where is that, has this flower blooming. You see that this flower is blooming. It's coming up in between the rocks where you would think it's barren and there could be no life, no new beginning, no fresh start. And yet there it is, blooming, and there's another bloom. Just as you would think that flower wouldn't be coming up, because there's nothing but snow, ice all around your legs, from your waist down, all around. But this one area is giving birth to life, birth to new beginning. You fear that that's not possible, and yet it is. And for a number of you, this is your twin flame. This is your twin soul. That's going to bring the two of you together. Now, they have like two things at one time. You have two things at one time. You have endings, Ten of Swords. So you're making these decisions. You're making decisions. You're ending one chapter. This is you in the middle. Endings behind you, so that you can move forward into love, into a new beginning, into a fresh start. Now, to have that, you do have, get out of your head. The only person stopping you is you. And at the back it says, get in your heart. It misses you. So this person from the past, you have deep love, deep emotions for them. And okay, so these cards are what the angels are having for your recommendations. But you feel deep emotions for this person. So they're asking you to allow yourself to get into those feels. So the angels are recommending, say yes, do it, go for this new beginning. You see this angel, he's standing over this bassinet with this baby. And at the bottom it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me trust my feelings as the accurate barometer of truth. Babies, new beginnings, fresh start, new life. These flowers coming up out of something that should not be giving birth to flowers, and yet there it's happening. They're encouraging you, say yes. Say yes to this new beginning. Say yes to this change. You've got the card change, because this is what's going to spiral your life, not out of control. Some of you are thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to spiral my life. Everything's going to be out of control. No, it's going to spiral your life into better, transformation into the better. Now, to get there, you do have fucking apologize. On the back it says, seriously, just do it. So this person, there is something that you do need to apologize for. When you do that, you express your creativity. When you do express yourself, when you do apologize, when you do bring forth the truth, that is what is going to, in fact, heal the relationship. They're also showing me an image of, they're showing me a man wiping away a woman's tears. So for some of you, you really hurt her or him in the past. And this apology, these things that you're going to be communicating, will wipe those tears away as though it never happened. So you can have this fresh start, which will in fact be abundant. They are encouraging you to be an open book. You see how he's all happied out. Who knows, maybe he smoked some weed. But he is having a good, happy time. Look at him, he's a happy boy. You will be a happy person, happy boy, happy girl. They're encouraging you to, in order to get to this happy place where you are just blissed out, all it requires is being an open book, sharing the truth. That will be your magic carpet ride to getting you to this blissful, happy state, which you do, in fact, desire. Now, your outcome. Okay. Let's see if you can see these. Okay. So you've got the Moon, Angel of Dreams. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Chalices, and the Six of Wands. Now, obviously the Moon, at the bottom says Angel of Dreams. Confusion, self-doubt, secrets, illusion. You have been, because the Knight, it's about materialism, resistance, dodging things, dodging the bullet, dodging having the conversation. You're going to stop dodging. You will become the Knight of Pentacles. You're no longer going to be fighting it. You're no longer going to be dodging it. You're no longer going to be resisting, ignoring. You're no longer going to be doubting it, fearing it. Because you see, she's just sleeping on top of this Moon. Some of you have just been checked out. Like, I am not dealing with this. Even though I'm getting guidance in my dreams all the time. Even though I'm being guided and shown this is what's going to help bring my dreams to fruition, I'm just going to keep ignoring it. You're going to stop ignoring it. And they're saying about time. But you're going to stop doubting. You're going to stop fearing. You're going to stop ignoring your feelings, because this card's about nostalgia. You see, she's sitting here, but she's looking in this water. There's not another couple in this water. She's looking into the water and she's remembering times from the past that she had with someone that she loved very deeply. So this person, they made you feel very deep emotions, because you've got this water up here. They made you feel so deeply. This person from your past, this person that you miss, this person that you are longing for, you will no longer be holding off, resisting, not moving forward. You will be ready to they're saying open up to those feels, open up to your emotions. You'll be ready to communicate your emotions. You'll stop being fearful of being vulnerable, because they're saying you've been so fearful of being vulnerable with this person. And for a number of you, you've been fearful of being vulnerable with them because you're terrified that they're going to turn around and hurt you. Because that's, to have great love, it does require great risk. But the risk is worth it if it's the right person. This is the right person for you. You'll go from resisting to acknowledging, to being vulnerable, to opening up, to sharing your emotions. And when you do that, it's going to end in celebration. Because you can trust this person. You can open up to them. You can delve headfirst into your feels. And you will do that. And when you do that, you are going to have this happiness you seek. Your hopes in dreams coming true, your wishes fulfilled. You will have success. And they want you to know that. They're saying there's been so much fear on your part. You have nothing to fear. They're saying except for fear itself. So I hope you have the courage to have that conversation, Sagittarius. I mean, this is beautiful. Who doesn't want this? I mean, this is magic. I mean, this is getting your 4-leaf clover, having your luck turn around. Your luck is going to turn around if you can take their recommendations. So I do wish you all the best. Lots of love, joy, and blessings.